I have one thing. It's right behind me.
Oh.
It's a white 9-inch Sony Trinitron TV.
Did you pay $700 for it?
I paid more than I want to admit that for it because there was one near me that was cheaper and I was like a little too slow to respond to them. And I was like, oh, fuck, I want that. And so I just kept thinking about it, and I was like, because Hayden has one that's similar. It's an older model, but it's similar. But I wanted this specific one, because the buttons that are kind of diagonals.
I see that one on Facebook somewhat frequently. It's just that they're very expensive.
They're very expensive. I know I have the RCA one. It's actually right here, the RCA one.
Yeah, I was going to ask, didn't you already have a white one?
I do, but what really inspired me is, for a video that's coming up, is I picked up that mini PlayStation, the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, EJ, myself, Matt, Manservant Matt, and John Hunt went to Analog Fest in Dedham, Massachusetts. So that'll be coming out in the next few weeks, hopefully. Yeah, but EJ went in, he was the only one of us who went in with a shopping agenda. I had a food agenda. I wanted to go to the Brazilian grill real bad.
Oh, that was awesome, by the way.
Like, I can't stop thinking about that Brazilian grill.
That was a top 10 moment of my life.
And you know what? I've been to a lot of, I've been to the one in Dartmouth many times, and I went to one on the Cape one time. So for those who aren't familiar, it's a certain kind of buffet. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but the idea you have a green card and a red card, you flip it upside down to say like, yeah, bring me meat. And they bring over like really, really fresh, piping hot meat, and they make a slice for you. And you know what? This particular place that we went to might have been like my favorite meal I've ever had in my life. Just in terms of enjoyment level of the food.
Yeah, because it was so hot, so fresh. The meat had like crust. It was like perfectly salted.
We all went like real quiet at the table and just were enjoying the food.
Yeah.
And they had lasagna. Did you ever have the lasagna? It was the best lasagna I've ever put in my mouth.
Yeah, even the rice, like I had some of the rice. The rice was good. It was like really flavorful somehow.
We went there at like 11:30, so nobody was there. So like normally they have to at least like hit all the tables so the meat is a little slower, but instead they just kept showing up with like chicken with bacon wrapped around it, pineapple, you know.
Yeah, the grilled pineapple. Oh, so good.
Yes.
From that event, spoilers, I get a PlayStation 1, and it's so cute. But I don't know. I felt like this TV like goes with it.
Yeah.
And so when I saw it come up on Marketplace, I was like, oh, that would go with it. And I missed out on that one, so I was like, okay, I'll just forget about it. And then I searched on eBay. And there was one that was nearby, because you don't want to ship these ones because they're pretty fragile, because the plastic over time just degrades. You'll see all the time people who try to ship them and they just become a heap of plastic and electric parts.
Do they get miscolored the way like an SNES does?
No, these ones, well, some of them do, but these ones tend not to miscolor as much. Hayden's has a different kind of plastic, and that one definitely gets yellow. This one doesn't get as yellow, but it gets very brittle. So it's like either you get Hayden's kind of TV, the KV9PT40. This is the KV9PT50. Mm-hmm. This one's just gets brittle with age. That one gets yellow with age.
Did he ever say, because that's featured in most of his Retro Odyssey videos, I wonder like how long ago he got that and what did he have to pay for that thing? Or maybe they weren't valuable 10 years ago if he got it back then.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't. Anyway, and this one can be RGB modded, so I will make a RGB mod. Here's the other reason why I got it, and it's a really stupid reason. It's because I'm your content brain, you know? And so I have the other RCA TV, it's white. I have this one. They both can be RGB modded. So the RGB Pi, you can output 2 SCART cables from it. And you can do Nintendo DS to CRTs. So I thought it'd be funny to make a CRT Nintendo DS. So that might be a future idea. But other than that, I've had it on my work desk.
Looks nice.
It's so beautiful. It makes me so happy.
That's what's important, man. And you've been playing some PlayStation?
Yeah, I had the PlayStation hooked up to it for a little bit. Right now, the Super Nintendo is hooked up to it. The disappointing thing about that is that my EverDrive has been crapping out.
Yeah, you mentioned your FX Pack Pro sucks.
And I'm not sure exactly what's happening. Levity on our Discord was like, oh, you got to recap the thing. You got to get a new AC adapter, or recap the AC adapter. I don't know if that's it. I think there's something else going on. Well, I'm going to try that stuff anyway, but it's because I guess it pulls more power than a traditional cart. and so it can start screwing up if it's trying to pull too much power than your system can handle. If your system is like got old capacitors or the AC adapter is getting old, so I'll try that stuff. But I messaged Crix, and I don't know if he'll ever get back to me. Or
my NES EverDrive showed up, like it worked for like a day. This was a few years ago. I think I talked about it on the pod. And then like it suddenly was having all kinds of problems. It might have been because I connected it to an NES with the wrong power connector and might have fried it. Maybe.
Yeah.
But I ended up, I had to send it all the way back during the start of the war. It was during that whole thing. And he fixed it up for me and sent it free of charge. So I had to pay for shipping. But apart from that, he did fix it, the man himself. But he doesn't live in Ukraine anymore.
What happens with this is it doesn't boot up all the time. And I tried everything the internet says, like, oh, you got to change out the memory card, you got to format to FAT32, you got to switch brands because some brands aren't good. So I tried everything. So it doesn't boot up sometimes. And when it does boot up, if you play a game with a save feature like Zelda or Final Fantasy or something, eventually it'll start blinking red. And once it's blinking red, you can't save anymore. So if you try to save, you lose your progress. And sometimes it just like will stop working. Like I was playing Final Fantasy 3 and it booted me to the menu, which I've never seen happen. It just booted me to the menu and then it froze. I was like, okay, that's weird. And I tried a different Super Nintendo. So I don't think it's my Super Nintendo, but I'm going to try like a new AC adapter and everything.
Well, Godspeed. I hope it works out.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I want to solve the problem of like all these carts. I don't want to have all these carts. They're getting expensive. And you think the EverDrive is going to be the solution, and then it starts bugging out.
But I bet you've been playing more carts.
Yeah, absolutely. I got Secret of Evermore in there, which goes with, if you watch EJ Shorps, I got the strategy guide. Please check out EJ Shorps on Red Cow Entertainment. You got the beautiful strategy guide.
And maybe someday I'll stream it while using it to beat the game. That sounds fun.
Look at that sexy number in there.
Lovely. That State Line video games place, I want to go to that. I'm thinking Black Friday, Holyoke Mall, this coming Black Friday.
I think there's enough interesting stuff in there. There's like weird surplus stores and stuff in there that I think would be fun on Black Friday.
You bring out the boys, let Clara stay home.
Yeah, it's been a good time, and I have a lot of content that I'm going to make with it. I really got it for me, though. This is something for me. I wanted to gift myself
I didn't
something.
mistake it for something for Anna. This isn't really for Anna or for anyone else.
This is not, and I didn't want to have to make content out of it.
Oh, I see what you mean. It's not necessarily for content. I get you.
If I don't make a video out of it, it's cool. I don't need it.
On the topic of wives who don't care about video games, I was out last Saturday morning, and it was Nina's birthday. I was going to come home. We were all going to celebrate her birthday. She just turned 40 as well, so she caught up to us.
Lordy.
Nina's 40. She and Gloria had a cafe date planned. They went to this little cafe. They played chess together. They had a great time. As a matter of fact, I somehow in my life had never played chess before. And now that we do this quiet time stuff, Gloria was like, well, you're playing chess. And I was like, you know what? This is a great game.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah. You're surprised, right?
Yeah, because I hate chess.
Oh, you hate it?
Isn't Jason like a chess master?
Yeah, he's a master.
Yeah.
Chess.com? I'll go see chess.com. If you go back early enough on my channel, it's all delisted now. But I had a bunch of chess videos.
I came to appreciate the complexity. I was like, ooh, the complexity really deepens this and makes this really fun. And, and plus my kid, she actually is the one who taught me. Because Nina taught her and then Gloria taught me. And I verified that everything I was taught was correct. So they're on their way home. They stop at a yard sale. I don't know about you. I watch a lot of Scotty Thrifts. And he said that there's a summer slump for resellers. During the summertime, people aren't as likely to pick up junk or, from Facebook Marketplace or eBay or TikTok Shop or whatever. And I was like, yeah, but there are yard sales. I mean, I always run into tons and tons of summer yard sales, especially right in my neighborhood. Seriously, we know the people. They're one of our neighbors. And she stopped off at the yard sale, and I get a text. This is at 8 in the morning. And she's like, do you want a GameCube for $2? And it's a big box. There's that SpongeBob thing with the joystick.
For $20, you can get them the magical device that plugs right into their TV, already has the game inside of it, and is also a toy of SpongeBob's face. That's It's 18 toys in one.
And it looks like a million birds shat in it. I mean, it looks like the just absolutely filth.
It was in a barn.
I mean, really bad shape. And I hadn't gotten back to her. I was in the car. I was driving when she texted. And so I get home and she goes, and then I see it. And I'm like, it looked kind of filthy. I'm sure it doesn't work. And she was like, well, I too bad. I didn't get your text, so I bought it for you. So she came home with this big video game box
for her birthday.
for her birthday. And then she was like, I left it out on in the sun for a bit, and then I'm gonna scrub it down. She goes out there and she's like, which of this do you want? I was like, well, the GameCube at the very least. I was like, do they even have the cables? Yep, they got all the cables. I was like, we tossed the SpongeBob thing. It's just too nasty. And there were some controllers in there. It was just, when like the video game cord gets nasty, there's no coming back from the cord getting really nasty, too sticky. But she scrubs it down, right? And it's purple. And it's looking pretty good, isn't it?
Well, it looks pretty good.
So it's a little scratch, but whatever. Who cares about scratches? Yeah. But this, you could probably fix this. Just the mechanical, the reset button is depressed, and that won't come up. But it pops open just fine. The question is, does it work? I plug it in, I power it on. There's the orange light. Boop, 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 boop. I'm like, no fucking way. Works perfectly.
All right, boys. $2 GameCube, purple, broken reset button. That's depressed. But let's see if it works. Ready? Light. Oh my god.
Nintendo used to make just really hardy products. It's like that was the Game Boy that survived the Gulf War or whatever. They used to have it on display in the Nintendo store in New York, and it looked bombed out and it's like melted, but it's still playing Tetris.
We went to the Warwick Mall later that same day, and we passed by a used GameCube in the toy vault, and it was $150.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Like
that's what they go for, right? And people are wondering, did it have a game inside it? It did not, sadly. Could have easily, based on the way they were giving this thing away. So it's exceedingly rare, but it's still the case sometimes where you've got somebody who's emptying out their house and they don't care, everything must go. They don't know what they've got. And it's $150, and they're not ready to resell it. They don't want the hassle even of getting $150 in some cases. So I DM'd Scotty and I said, hey, just a thought, because he's mostly sourcing from Goodwill and from thrift stores and stuff. We actually, on Nina's birthday, we went to I've never been to a Goodwill in my life because we don't have very many of them around here. Like there's nothing nearby. They're savers mostly. So we went to the one in Warwick. We didn't even know there was one there. By the way, I hated it. I was like, this place sucks. Like, at least this particular location sucks.
Goodwill for my experience, around here does not have good stuff.
They did have Top Gear for SNES behind glass for $3. So, there's that. I was like, how many are there in Rhode Island? And there are 4 in Rhode Island. And so I was like, I should totally do I went to every Goodwill in Rhode Island video.
I got the meta glasses on now. This is my friend from Facebook. These are actually, I think, like beta. These are, I think, like beta. These ones, like it was like 1000 by 1000 resolution. It worked for that one video, but I was hungry. I was like, I need more resolution. I need to push in more.
I much prefer the 16:9.
So I splurged for these ones. Copying Jason, copying Scotty.
Yeah, well, it was Nina's idea for him. She was like, maybe instead of sourcing from these stores all the time, and then because the idea, of course, is like buy something for $1, flip it for 20, pay for the shipping, do it 1,000 times, earn an income. But it just seems to me like it can't, and some people are really successful with that, but it seems like it could be a real like drip kind of situation. I was like, you need to source in major bulk, and you got to find treasures, and you got to be able to sell treasures.
We have to move our product in bulk, wholesale. Now, how do we do that?
Nina was like, what about like if he'd made his own like 1-800-JUNK kind of business? So the idea would be like, you're an old person, you're downsizing, you're going to a condo, you're going to whatever, you're selling your house, and it's like, we'll clean the house, and all the property for a fee or something like falls to the LLC, and then you can resell their stuff, with their consent, of course. Right. And I was like, something like, I assume that 1-800-JUNK or whatever does stuff like that. I think if John were to ever leave that house, right, that messy house, and yet there's so many treasures inside of it, like it'd be a reseller's dream, that place.
There's a few people on Marketplace that always have a constant stream of CRTs that they're selling. They must work at like a recycling center or something.
Yeah, you gotta. I don't think it's satisfactory to go to Goodwill and pick up whatever you can pick up. It's too slow. I think you got to work in like a recycling or a cleanup business, and that's where you get it by the trailer full. You need to have a lot of your own storage so that you can have tons of it staged, tons of it ready to go. go, right? And then like I'm totally talking out of my ass, by the way. I've never done this before in my life. I just think like if I actually wanted like a full income with it, you'd have to scale. You'd have to, because you look at like the successful eBay resellers. You're right. Like they sell off one thing, boom, they got the next one.
Yeah, there's one guy in Marketplace. He sells one CRT, then there's 4 more. It's like, where are you getting all these things? And they're reasonably priced too, so you must be getting them for a song. So he's like, because he's not selling them that upcharged. So I'm like, you must work for a recycling there, or you have a friend who works for a recycling plant or something that is getting these all the time, electronics recycling.
It's definitely the case with Laserdisc. When I go to the flea market or I go to an independent seller who's got like lots, they go for $5 a movie in many cases, or less. But then like if you're looking for a specific movie and you go on eBay, it's like $95, $75, and like I've the same fucking movie. I have a really full collection of them. The same movie available at a flea market or in a lot for $5.
It's the difference of going to an antique store or thrift store. It's like a thrift store you can get a movie for $2. You go to an antique store, it's going to be like $15. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, on the topic of Laserdiscs, could this be my new favorite Laserdisc in my entire collection? Maybe.
Oh my God!
Come on!
Holy shit!
I had to have it. I just had to have it. I don't know.
Oh, Ivan fucking Ooze! Oh my God!
Ivan Ooze is here.
I'm the galactically feared, globally reviled, universally despised. They call me Ivan Ooze.
The movie that should have had the original cast but didn't. But still. This marketing, right? I have the soundtrack back. I have it on tape back there somewhere with my toy collection.
Beautiful poster.
But this is like, first, the condition is wonderful on this. This movie, there's too much to say about this movie. I think that Zed looks more gnarly in the TV show, but he looks really cool in this movie. Whereas Goldar looks amazing on the TV show, and he looks like absolute shit in the movie. He looks teeny. He looks small. I think it's because they wanted him to be like a henchman, so they shrunk him down, made him more monkey-like. There's the hot chick. Do you remember the hot chick on the island? Do you remember her?
Well, I mean, yeah, is that the one that's like, well, you kiss a frog and it turns into a prince? Is that the lady?
Yeah. I'm a frog. Tengu Warriors. This is, when I was a kid, this movie was everything. Great soundtrack. It's got They Might Be Giants. It's got Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's got Van Halen, I think. You Get Higher. Yeah.
I think I'd enjoy that movie if I watched it now.
Definitely. You gotta watch it on Laserdisc, though. It has to be on Laserdisc. Yeah, I mean, it's just one disc, but the reason I collect Laserdiscs is I love the album art. That's really the reason. Right. And yet, I don't have, they're all just kind of in a row on a shelf. I should probably, actually prominently display a few. Problem with this one, they tease Ivan Ooze at the bottom, but they really make you think that it's Rita, Goldar, and Zed. Who is the pig guy? There was a pig monster in Power Rangers, but he wasn't it. Instead of having Finster, Squat, and Babu, they foisted this. I don't even know what his name is. Some wisecracking pig. And he does crack wise.
Well, I say we hard boil the thing.
I'm with her. I'm hungry.
That's because you're a pig.